This historic moment is brought to you by Bucksport Sporting Goods, pioneers in outdoor sporting goods since 1948, and by Ming Tree GMAC Real Estate, the service you deserve from the people you trust.
Here at Eureka's Redwood Acres, stock car racing has an established history approaching 60 years. The fairgrounds were built in the late 30s with the grandstand and this track originally for horse racing. In the early 50s, stock car racing really took off. It was the era of the hardtops. The cars of choice were 35 through 41 Ford coupes with souped-up flatheads. The early races on the dirt track were slam-bang affairs, and the cars were sort of stock, but stripped of glass and interiors and anything else that might have made them lighter and faster. There were a few rules, but it was a relatively affordable sport. Into the 60s, popular choices for drivers were the mid-50s Chevys and Fords, though some guys like Jim Walker ran a Pontiac, and other nonconformists like Sheldon Stinquist ran a Studebaker Hawk. Jim Walker of Ferndale has been the most celebrated driver here and actually competed at the national level at Riverside Raceway, winning the Permitex race in the 70s. Jim's Ferndale neighbor, Larry Priest, also ran at Riverside and still runs here today. In fact, won a main event a couple of weeks ago. It's driver skill that wins races, but car setup is huge, and drivers get a lot of help from their crews that love doing it. In the 70s, the popular cars were Camaros and Chevelles. Ultimately, the dirt track became paved, and high-end kit cars became the cars of choice. But there still are classes for lower budget racers as well. There's always been quite a bit of camaraderie, but over the years there's been some bitter rivalries and more than a few fistfights. And the voice of Redwood Acres Raceway, Roland Treherne, and this has been
one of 101 milestones.